all the way. Twice on Sunday. Y'all probably ain't on Sunday, but it's all good. y'all should be.
Copywritten, so don't copy me.
It's time for Blunt Football Talk.
Trouble, gets away. Mahomes racing with the bad ankle and all. It's down to
right
20.
now carrying his little briefcase with his little
Out in the streets?
Yep, with his little briefcase and his cut-off hoodie. His hoodie was cut off sleeves. The poor little sleeves are lost in the gutter. No home. A little puppy. And that's how Bill Belichick's career is.
Parsons on the move, and Micah Parsons is in.
He's that fool.
Hey, tell me you didn't grow up in the projects without telling me.
I grew up with adjacent, dog.
Hutchinson has it, and he's to the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson with a takeaway.
I hope it fucks your life up. I hope you fail. I hope you fall flat on your face. I'm like, these are my friends. This is us.
Ball comes out of his hand toward the end zone.
I personally cannot twerk. I used to be able to twerk until I took a twerking injury. Tried to do the whole wall twerk upside down. Took an injury. I've never twerked the same again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, Champagne Poppy.
I take a day out to wake and bake. I get up early to wake and bake. I tell my job I'm gonna be late. I might not go back into Tuesday. Wake and bake, wake and bake, wake and bake, too big and bake, wake 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 and bake. I'm the devil, I'm the king, I'm the king.
What up, motherfuckers?
It is, of course, Blunt Football Talk. That's what?
Pro football done unprofessional.
Fairly unprofessional, nonetheless. Dude, let's get straight to it, man. Week 14, the final week to qualify for the playoffs. If you're in our fantasy league, the first set of weeks for people.
I don't think I did it.
Bro, you'd have to win this week, and you would have had to have beaten somebody else who loses this week, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, that didn't happen because I wasn't able to actually draft a decent team. It's okay, though.
Yeah, so
it is what it is.
He was like, how come I'm not above Chris when we have the same record and we're tied head to head, but I got more points than him? And I was like, you ever heard of a division record? The division record's what by not points. It's actually in division record, I think, and then out of division record is second, and then the third type gets points finally. Or at least that's the bullshit I lied to him and told him. If I'm wrong, hold on. If I think I'm right and I'm just wrong because I'm wrong, did I really lie or am I just wrong?
Or is that an educated wish?
Ooh, I like that one. That almost sounded dirty. It sounded kind of dirty. I was like,
wow.
I was like, that sounds sexy and dirty in a good way, though.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? How am I already losing? Oh, good God.
Let's be honest. There's no sports show that's more sexy and dirty than this sports show.
Well,
okay. I mean,
not an American show. Not an American show.
Not an American sports show. Damn it! All right,
that's right.
Listen here, Tweedledum. How was your week?
Really, just my week, or your week?
Your
or
week,
the boys' week.
I don't know. It's week 14.
My week was, the week after fucking Thanksgiving.
By the way,
a retail establishment.
I took the lead by one in the pick'ems.
Cool. Congratulations.
You're now in third. D4's in
third.
D4's in second, but says he might as well be in third. I told him, I said, you get out in front on me early in the season, ask Podcast P, I'll chase you down later in the race. No, it's a marathon. It's not a motherfucking, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. All I'm saying. I'm not going to get lucky because, again, it's still a marathon that's in the damn run right now. But it is time for the hurry-up headlines. Let's get
to the hurry-up headlines because
49ers running back Christian McCaffrey suffered a potentially season-ending PCL injuries on injury list. So right now, likely to end his season. He'll probably need surgery to repair. Bringing half of my Super Bowl prediction. Do I get like a half of? I get like,
Can we be fair on that? That's not really. This is like Christian McCaffrey we talked about. This man gets hurt a lot. I don't think it's very. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I also threw out there that it had to be Aaron, but he might get benched. If he gets benched, bro, I didn't say he had to get injured. If you look at what's written on the board, it says he just has to miss 3 games. If he gets benched, that still counts. He's not getting benched.
Technically, he's not missing the games. He's just not playing the games.
So you'd be missing from the game.
He'd be at the game. He'd be missing from the field.
Well, bro, you could be injured and be at the game, fool. Fuck you.
My point, man.
Fuck you, man. You're killing me,
He
Smalls.
would not put a factor into the game. Anyway, I got to give you shit. I have to.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I got to give you shit because
But I will say this. In other news, the Seahawks make a comeback against the Jets as the Cardinals blow a 10-point lead to the Vikings. And so Seattle now sitting in first place with no questions asked, but has to play Arizona again this week because everybody loves playing your division rival like the week after the week because that's fun.
Right.
The Broncos,
That's always great.
Broncos took care of business on Monday night against the Browns.
Very
I'm going to keep saying this. I've been saying this since way, way early in the season is scary goddamn good. Bottom line. That's a well.
played against Jameis Winston, bro. Come on now.
That's a. Anyway, that's a well coached.
Granted, 500 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 pick sixes.
No. James Winston threw 6 touchdowns. He threw 4 to his own team and 2 to the defense. So, if you add up all 6 of his touchdowns and all of his yards, right, including the return yards for those other 2 touchdowns, that might be the most yards he's ever thrown in a game.
I mean, he
Anyone's
got
ever
the record for Cleveland after that game. He has the record there.
In other news,
Caleb.
Lawrence on injured reserve list as Alzair, who hit Lawrence, that led to the concussion that likely ended his season, gets a 3-game suspension from the league. I think Tom Brady, and I quote Tom Brady on this one, I think he said it best, the onus of protecting the quarterback should not fall on the defender. Honestly, I do agree with that. And if you look at the hit, it's like forearm to chest, but the oomph slams his head into the ground.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The dude, it wasn't his intent to fucking hurt him. You can't really call that on somebody like that.
He forearmed
He
wasn't trying to hurt him.
I mean, technically, he's trying to get him to be on the ground.
Technically, we're always trying to fuck you up. I mean, let's be honest. But it's a different kind of fuck you up. It's not like injure season fuck you up. It's just fuck you up so you, like, literally, I want to hit you so
moving.
hard. Well, maybe not that. I want to sit, but I do want to hit you so hard that the next time you see me barreling down at you, you turn big.
So what you're saying is you want to cause PSTD.
To kill nobody.
Trauma.
Right. I want to
cause trauma.
You rather than physically harm you. Is that
you want
fucked
to
up?
mentally harm somebody. That's very fucked up, sir.
Like, I want to mentally scar you so when you see my number coming at you, you're like, Mommy! I want to Lawrence Taylor the fuck out of your career, okay? That's me. That's
Who hurt you, sir?
Everything.
Who made you this way?
Everything. Okay, I'm done. All right, so.
Not everything can hurt you anymore, you know? You're a grown man. You're a big boy.
You're a grown man.
Anyway.
You're safe. Safe at home, like baseball.
You're safe.
Like,
Exactly.
Caleb
can hurt you in your safe space. Caleb
Williams, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and he ranks 3rd in quarterback QBR since his coach was fired, sir. Did we find a problem? Does the data declare there's a problem that was resolved, per se?
That's one game. How many games has it been? It's been 1 game, right?
Okay, that's fair too, though. I mean, in all earnest. As we okey-doke our way through the Chicken Little of the world, let's get right to this. So, listen, buddy. Listen. Ohio State
Chicken
players.
Littles of the world.
Ohio State players attack Michigan players as they plant flag for the victory on foreign soil. Police mace players and coaches. Now, listen. The Ohio State players, shame on you because you do the same thing when you go to other people's places.
What kind of attack are we talking about here? Like when you say attack the players, is like we're talking like just
throwing down.
them?
No, bro.
Attacking, physically attacking.
After the I'm calling it the malice, or I'm calling it the mayhem at the shoe. Bro,
Okay.
check it out.
So
Police
they're
mace.
that mad because they lost.
Yes, absolutely. Despisingly mad that they lost. Here's my thing, though, Ohio State. They own you! They fucking own you,
Glad
man!
you watched that. Aren't you glad I said something to you about that game? Aren't you so glad I said something to you about that game?
The show, I went straight to watching that game, and I was like, this.
It doesn't matter. They're not relevant this year. I'm like, whatever, bro. It's always fuck Ohio State. I'm just saying.
The Michigan will show up like I thought they would this year, and they'll be back. I think they'll be back. I think they need to get the top-tier quarterback, either through the transfer portal and or they need to get themselves a like 5-star recruit freshman and get him to come in, 4 to 5-star recruit freshman and get him to come in. It's the only thing you can do. Minnesota wide receiver Stephon Gilmore out versus the Falcons. That broke today. Just wanted to throw that out there real quick before we move on to the next set of news skis or the next thing skis, whatever. So listen, guys, when you're out there just tiddling around with your...
I'm sorry, you can't just like switch the mood like that.
I did.
Ease me into that, my guy.
That's what
ease into it.
So,
and she's right.
How can you be so damn right and yes, so damn wrong at the same time, sir? Let's go to Thursday night recap, which was more along the lines of needing a little bit more of music that's more like, there you go. That's actually perfect.
Yes, that sounds way better.
And it sounds as epic as the game was last night. Let's break down the lines in the Packers game. It was everything we thought it would be. And oh my God, I skipped watching other things to literally watch this game. I had it on my phone. I was doing some other stuff, yeah. I had it on my phone, doing some other things. I think I played some video games a little bit or something. I don't remember. Watch some TV. But
I get that. I get that.
I had it on my phone the whole time because I was like, I'm keeping an eye on this game. And, it was really a decent game, but in the third quarter, let's go to the recap here. So, first off, my bullet points from the game are this. The Lions and the Packers game turned out to be absolutely everything we wanted it to be, a shootout. It was 31-31 going into the final drive of the game. The Packers' key moment, I think, what really got them back in this game, there was an interception that the Packers defense came up with on Goff during the third quarter, right after they had come, well, not right after, but still in the third quarter either way. And I was like, man, that might be, I was like, if the Packers come back and win this, that is the moment of the game where they turn the tide. And it really did. It put them in the lead it gave them the lead in this game for the first time during that game, right? So it was just so insane. Right. Then the Lions, bro, man, Madman Dan, I'm gonna call him Madman Dan Campbell. Dan, the Madman Campbell, goes on it, goes for it. He's in field goal range. I mean, it's a long field goal, but the kid who's kicking, try Michigan Panthers, record holding professional field goal 70-yard kick, right? Whatever. So right. I'm just so pissed off that it was against St. Louis. And I was like, it's my first year as a St. Louis fan. I haven't decided who I'm going to be a fan of this next year. I got to kind of see what happens, I like to get around in the UFL. I'm not tied to one bitch,
Oh, you're a slut over there, is what you're saying.
I am a fan slut. I'm going to pick my team this year.
No, I get that. Man. I'm not saying you're just like a slut. You're a slut for the game.
I'm a slut for the game. I'm thinking I like that beer snake, about that snake. Since you call me a slut, I figured I'd just go to that one first.
Beer snake.
Yaddle was around, I'd be like, yeah, I like that dragon. But no, I really like the Brahmas. I think it's time for San Antonio to get my love. So I'm torn between DC and San Antonio as of right now. Nothing set in stone.
We shall find out, sir.
As my team folded, I've thought very heavily about it, and I'm like, I don't have to stay with my team. I can be Mr. UFL.
It's not really fair, dude. It's not your fault that your team's folded. It's because, Vince McMahon decided to close it up. That's what happened.
According to my counselor, it's my fault. I'm still hurt, though.
No, according to your counselor, it is not your fault.
He doesn't give.
Oh, look, McRib is back, you guys. Oh, also, the snack wrap is coming back.
So, listen up.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
Oh, this is not the show to talk for that. Go for it. Let's know what we're talking about.
Chargers Falcons. So obviously the Chargers get away with a win here against a struggling Falcons team. The word I would go with is the Falcons quarterback Kirko. You like that? He looked old.
He's too much on that sauce. He's on that lean.
No, he just looked old, they said. So I feel like that might be a problem. Holy fuck, the Pittsburgh Steelers score a lot of points out of nowhere all of a sudden. 44-38 over the Bengals. I told you guys, I didn't think it'd be 44-38. I thought it'd be more like 24-18.
Yeah.
At most. I mean, at most. So, if you would have told me 8-14, I'd have been like, yeah.
That sounds more like it.
But honestly, Pittsburgh Russell Wilson,
Okay, huh?
bro, he has found a kitchen in the Steel City to cook, brother, and he is cooking.
And look at that. You got a head coach who believes in you, and is not going to bench you for, because you have a clause.
Right.
I mean, damn, it's almost like when somebody actually wants you at a place, you can thrive.
I think
give them a chance.
I think the problem with Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson is Nathaniel Hackett, first off, sucks. Let's just get that out the fucking way. But then also, I think one of the things is he took the job in Denver prematurely, thinking that that's where Aaron would land, and then he never moved that year because Denver didn't want to pay the price. They would rather pay Russell than give.
That's probably best that they didn't pay that price, because if you look at what's going on now,
and Green Bay looks good too, and they got Green Bay looks good, and they got stuff coming their way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In the Arizona game. Yo, what a game. The Cardinals and the Vikings game came down to the end. It was a 22-23 game. Really good game. The only downside is Arizona. How do you blow a 10-point lead down the stretch and give up 10 points to Minnesota? You can't do that. No, what it is Arizona is still growing and on defense, right? And if you look at Arizona's offensive weaponry outside of Connor, everything's kind of new. Marco Wilson, draft pick last year. Obviously, Marvin Harrison Jr., draft pick this year. There's a couple guys there that they have that are genuinely stick around guys. But for the most part, they're retooled on offense, and the defense is got a new coach. Or just new coach in the second year. So you see that when you blow a lead like that. That's when you know. Right. Yeah, you're young still. Yeah, the coach has only been there a couple of years. The system's working, but there are, shall they say, chinks in the armor, right?
Kinks in the armor. Yes, definitely kinks in the armor. Because the other thing sounds like a very bad word, which you should not ever say.
Okay, so realize that I am oblivious to those things, and so I didn't mean anything. God damn.
No, you didn't say anything bad. I actually said it at first. I was like, oh, no, not that way. So I had to correct myself, which is why I said that. You're good. I think you said it right.
I mean, I have kinks in my armor.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yes, kinks is good.
Yeah, kinks are great.
You can't. Yeah, kinks are. Kinks and armors are bad.
Hey, bro.
Kinks are good. But I can't say the other word that I said, because I was like, wait, that's bad. I'm not going to do that.
Worded, it would have been fine, but no, because some words have different meanings. But I realize
Yes.
what's on there, so I'm just moving on. You're making this horrible.
Yes.
I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm trying. I'm making it awkward as fuck. I'm trying.
Awkward. So awkward. It is awkward. The Eagles very unawkwardly beat down. Okay, not beat down. That's a little rough for a 5-point loss. But anyway, one score 5-point loss is a beat down is a little rough.
Another good game. They stopped
Game.
the King Henry quite nicely.
Well, when you have to deal with Saquon Barkley, which he isn't a power runner, but he's a problem, and you start to learn how to deal with a problem, gap assignment, gap discipline, one lane discipline, etc. And so you start to learn that. Let's go to pause for
Yeah,
the
but King
conference.
Henry's a lot bigger than Saquon.
I forgot to put the break mark in after your segment.
Oh, you did. That's okay. We'll
It's
do that after take this pause.
But you're
We'll take a pause. Then we'll take that pause.
because that's right. We were wrapping up on the Eagles, and then you have to talk about the Eagles.
Yeah, kind of. Are they a Super? Well, are we doing that now? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, we
Welcome
can
to live radio, you guys. Live podcasting.
do it right now. Yeah.
Word.
Too
So,
late.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I get hit up last week with a question.
That's like it's such a
In
strong.
my head, I just last week though.
Might
What?
have been- might have been this week, bro. I'm sorry.
Whatever. It was before. I don't know what it was. It was like early.
It was
And I
early.
was like, I actually sat down and thought about it. I was like,
No, seriously. I feel like if you say last week, it makes me the protagonist in this. If you just tell the truth and say it was just early this week, it makes us equal.
I did say it early this week after you said something. I was like, you're right. Earlier this week.
Villain.
I do. Yes, see, I might exaggerate sometimes for dramatic effect, and it works. That's my
Dramatica.
abilities.
Orange.
Dramatica. Anyway, so I get this message, and it basically says, "Yo, are the Eagles a sleeper Super Bowl team?" And I'm like, "No, there's no way in hell that's gonna happen." I'm like, "Wait, hold up. Let's be real about this."
He's like, hold up. That game was at 2 p.m. on Sunday, and he asked me on like Tuesday for a reason.
I honestly thought it was like Monday. I was like, I know it was directly after that game, and I was like, damn. So I'm like, honestly, but they are definitely a contender in the NFC. And if I'm seeing this right, with their win-loss records and whatnot, they wouldn't play each other until roughly the NFC Championship game. If things play out right.
Right.
So I'm like, actually, that's a very good chance. But I'm still saying they're gonna lose.
Okay.
I don't know damn how good. They're great, but I still think they would lose to the as I've chosen Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions. I'm 10 toes down.
You're 10
10 midness.
I mean, honestly, you're 10 toes down on Detroit. You have been since the preseason. It's on the board, circled in bubble, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. That they are a good contender for the NFC Championship game, but
I have them in the Super Bowl as the NFC champions, but I have them losing to Baltimore, and I regret that, at least at current status quo.
see, that's the thing, because the AFC, it's gonna be
Let it out, Junior,
I don't
or you're dying.
be a fight. I want to say because the NFC's been beating each other's ass a little bit, really. I don't think anybody would have thought that NFC would have played out the way it has, with the Vikings at 9-2, or I'm sorry, 10-2. The Lions at fucking what 12-1,
Uh-huh.
right? 13-1. Is that where we're at?
11
I don't
and
know
1.
where the fuck we're at right now. 11-1. Okay, 11-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's never fucking happened.
No, I might be fucking up. They may be 11 and 12 and 1, 12 and no, because the bye
Week
week
13.
They're 11 and 1 though. Week 14 hasn't played out yet, and the bye week's already done. The bye weeks are over now. No,
No.
this is bye week. This is the
This
last.
is the last bye week.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have Lamar on the bench this week, but it's okay. I'm playing dropout, so I'm getting a dub.
No, so there's no way I can win this week already. I don't feel like trying to get defense, and the person's already got 24 points.
On man, you fucking forget something. At least you end up working out halfway okay most of the time. But anyway, my take on the Eagles are this: are they Super Bowl sleeper contenders? Abso-fucking-lutely. How
definitely.
can you not be at 10-2? So you got to say abso-fucking-lutely. However, and I'll tell you why.
Well, hold on, wait. There's also another reason though. That reverse fucking hurdle stuck in my head. That's why I was like, wait, hold up. I mean, granted, that was a cool move, but that doesn't really prove their prowess as sleeper Super Bowl contenders. But the drive that it takes for somebody to be willing to do that in game, that's balls. And that right there shows drive to want to be able to play that game. So I'm like, hell yeah, they can definitely be contenders.
Eagles sleeper Super Bowl bound team potential? Yeah? No?
You put on the headset for it, do your fucking job.
Okay.
I mean, they might beat them in Philly, but they're not going to play them in Philly. This game's going to be in Detroit.
But you're saying even if they get there to the NFC Championship, they got to go to Detroit today?
Yeah, basically.
I actually agree 100%, guys.
Detroit's just got to stay healthy. They're like, one play and they could be hurt for the rest of the season, but right now they've got a good streak going.
Now, did y'all remember last year when Eminem promised they'd be in the Super Bowl this year? This was last year. Y'all remember that, right?
They were in the NFC Championship. Wait, we're talking about the Lions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in the
when they lost, Eminem promised that they'd make it to the Super Bowl next year.
Maybe
That's all I'm saying.
ultimate promise. There was a kid who went viral for saying the Lions Super Bowl 2024 back in this may be wrong, but it was back in the 2010s. It was 2017, 2018. The kid was like, Lions Super Bowl 2024. And look how close that came last year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you going viral if you laying down Nostradamucal things.
Right, he said that when they were
These days, you can go viral for doing anything these days. Let's be real.
Every season, I hit on one of my bold predictions. Trastradamus.
Hey, you know what they say? Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Fuck you, bro.
Damn!
He's
I wouldn't have Stats talk to me like that personally.
He got stuck in traffic, so he's late getting to the studio.
I think I'm more hostile about the lead I lost.
Oh yeah, you should.
That's on you. That's on you.
I mean, honestly, why would you pick the Cardinals? We all knew that we were going to blow that game. We all knew that. Well, okay, one of us didn't, but that's your fault. All right, so I think we're going to move on. I will say this, though, because I want to spend some time and taking a look at the playoff hunt. I'm going to just break down the Power 5 for this week. I got the Lions at 1, the Eagles at 2, the Bills at 3. Here's why. Before you chew my ass, people, I do believe that the Eagles would run all the fuck over the Bills. That run game is different. That's all I'm saying. Bills third, Chiefs fourth, Vikings fifth. What do you boys think?
That's an NFC heavy Power 5, my guy.
There's literally
NFC
5 spots and it's 3 and 2.
NFC North heavy.
you gotta lean it one way or another. There's
It's
nothing
not
I
like you
can
did
do,
4-1 or 5-0.
right? I'm like, there's 3 NFC teams in there that are really fucking good, though.
Yeah, that is true. No, I'm just pointing out the fact that there's 2 teams in the NFC North that are in your top 5. That's all I'm saying.
So, yeah, NFC North happy? Yeah, that makes sense. He does have 2
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
season.
No,
In the
the NFC North has 2 from the NFC North.
Hey,
God
but
damn
the
it.
NFC North is also tight.
Hear me out here. Hear me out here why the Vikings are 5th. Because in 4 other divisions across league, or
I'm not
5
complaining.
league, they would be leading that division with a double-digit record right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's how good the NFC North is, and nobody.
But don't get it twisted.
Nobody that was gonna be like that.
Vikings don't have it
I mean,
easy
we gotta do them.
out, by the way. Just
Oh, no.
don't get twisted.
No, they don't. They really don't.
Here's something else you shouldn't get
You
twisted. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You guys have an easy, you guys basically have an easy way the rest of the way, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, that's better than us. Sorry, coach.
Doesn't the Chiefs have an easier schedule the rest of the way to the season, right?
Yeah. All right, boys. Quick break. Then we're back talking. We got a lot to get through, guys. We got to talk about some playoffs. You're back right after the break with the on the field news with Statman C4 reporting on the Big 12 championship coming up tomorrow. And then, of course, we're going to do the playoff picture, then front hand, backhand trivia, get the game predictions so that we can get out of here. But first, it's break it down.
Hey, yo. Booming systems across Colorado.
To hear the crowd go.
We like the cars that go boom.
That means I'm chilling. Lazy.
All right, it's time to have that talk. Yeah, I'm talking to you, homeowner. Don't you try to run away, townhome renter and apartment renter. Look, every time we move, they charge us a ridiculous amount of money. Every time you need something remodeled, those people charge you a ridiculous amount of money. So this time, when I moved, I got my whole deposit back. Now, I can't promise you the same results, but what I can tell you is I went through Quality Peak Customs. That's right. That's handyman and remodeling. And at Quality Peak Customs, they're going to take care of you the best they can to help you get the best job you can. So whether it's moving out, needing your apartment brushed up for the handover, your townhome, you want to rent that out, you need it fixed up for the big remodel, hey, that house. When's the last time you've done something? Well, when you do it, why don't you call Quality Peak Customs at 719-964-6871. That's 719-964-6871. You can also email Quality Peak Customs at qualitypeak.customs@gmail.com for your free quote today. You can check out Quality Peak Customs on Facebook as well. Let's go with Quality Peak Customs for your next move, your next remodel, or the next time you need a helping hand around your home.
Hey, what's going on? This the Hungry Hustling American Dream Afro Man. Wake and bake, America. Yeah, you're chilling with Mr. Ashtray.
That's Mr. Trey, not Ashtray.
You're listening to Mr. Trey, and you know why. Yeah. Yeah.
Trey gonna be that old guy in sandals and khakis with a button.
I've been saying this for how long now?
I can't step outside naked.
We jumped into the river.
What did you do? Did you run
I
along
jumped
the river
in.
bank?
I let autocorrect make me look stupid on Facebook every day. With Luxembourg. I can't do it.
It's Luxembourg.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. That's what they all say.
You're trying to get me to do the hump again.
Ah!
Oh, look at you, girl.
I said it's too early.
Sexual tracking app on it. And it found that
Who is actually using that? Welcome home, gentlemen from the 4th Infantry Division, 4th ID.
Yeah. I think he was trying to be...
You won't be texting and driving with us up in your ride.
I used to get lost a lot when I was a kid. I could get lost on a 7-Eleven. I was really good at it. Not for my old man, though. He wouldn't play that game. If I have to look for you, I'm leaving you. You're not leaving me in no damn Sears. Right behind you, big guy. But with Mom, I'd just stand in the coat rack and watch her look for me. She's got the cops out now. My picture's already on a milk carton. She'll never find me in here. Then 5 hours later, they're blasting your name over the speaker. Well, where were you? We were looking for you for about 5 hours. Yes, we found him. Thank you very much. You just wait till Mommy gets you in the parking lot. And in the parking lot, she turns into Bruce Lee. Stay with Mommy.
Hey, it's your girl, Cammie, Renee, and you're listening to Wake and Bake America Show. You know I bring you the best.
We're smoking.
It's time for Blunt Football Talk.
Trouble gets away. Mahomes racing with the bad ankle and all. Inside the
right now carrying his little briefcase with his little
out in the streets.
Yep, with his little briefcase and his cut off hoodie. His hoodie with cut off sleeves.
poor little sleeves are lost in the gutter, no home, like a little puppy. And that's how Bill Belichick's career is.
Parsons on the move, and Micah Parsons is in.
He's that fool.
Hey, tell me you didn't grow up in the projects without telling me.
I grew up with adjacent, dog.
Hutchinson has it, and he's to the 20-yard line. Aiden Hutchinson with a takeaway.
I hope it fucks your life up. I hope you fail. I hope you fall flat on your face. I'm like, these are my friends. This is us.
Ball comes out of his hand toward the end zone.
I personally cannot twerk. I used to be able to twerk until I took a twerking injury. Tried to do the whole wall twerk upside down. Took an injury. I've never twerked the same again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
All right, Champagne Poppy.
JP on the track.
Yeah, what up, people? It's first show. We on the weekends and at night when mom's not here to yell at us, dad's not here to kick us out. He's doing one.
Yeah, producer's away, so kids are gonna go out and play. You're telling me. Centers of practices isn't there this weekend, is what you're saying?
He's gonna murder me with a chair and not even doing it. All right. Well, anyway.
Oh, nice.
Producer.
So does he. Oh, thanks. All right. So, it is, of course, well, football talk. We're back from the break. Boys, we got to get right to the next gist of it all. It's time to break down
Give it to me.
on the field news with Statman C4. Picked to finish dead last in their conference. They are now playing for its championship this weekend. But can ASU become college football's Cinderella playoff team and seal the deal versus Iowa State, sir?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me think.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's why we asked you, Stat Man. What you got?
Fix that.
Fix it.
Anyway, what's your talking points here for Iowa State versus Arizona State tomorrow, 10 a.m. Mountain, noon
Whoever
Eastern,
said
ABC.
we're gonna finish last, fire that guy.
Okay, yeah. Whoever put out that, you know,
we here, baby.
We here now. We started from the bottom. Now we here.
I think.
Oh no! You can't use anything for Drake anymore. Ever again.
Out of their mind. It feels like anytime they've stacked the chips against us, we've won. Might actually are here.
I mean, even ASU basketball, they picked them to finish like towards the bottom of the Big 12, and they're right up there at the top. I'm just saying, you should have just left us alone to fail. Betting against us is
all they do is win, no matter what.
Damn you, bro.
That one I can get behind that one.
You should
no,
not
that's even DG Cal. I can't even get behind that right now. Never mind.
I will say this.
I'm not
going to get cocky until we start knocking people out in the playoffs, right? That's when we can start getting cocky, right? But what I will say is that this Big 12 championship, yeah, it's a trophy game, right? It's a trophy game. Don't get it twisted, boys. But it's a fucking business trip to go to the playoffs. It's a goddamn business trip, boys. That's what I would say. Treat this like it was any other fucking Saturday on the road. We're taking care of business because forget the trophy. Yeah, that's awesome, but I want to go to the playoffs. The first one in college football history. I want the team you picked last to go birds at you, bitch. Middle fingers, pitchforks up. Fuck your mom. We're in. That's what I want to be able to say.
Of course you do.
What do you want from this game?
Oh man.
Honestly, the last time I remember us being like where we could play for something like a conference championship or
or a. Now, keep in mind, there wasn't a Pac-10 conference championship game. If you just won the conference, you won the conference. It was that simple.
Dude, you were probably sipping on sippy cup.
Bro, no, the 90s were good to us. The 90s were good to us, good to Colorado.
It's more like you're like
no, I swear, dude, it was like right around the time I went to college, we started to suck.
Yeah, right when you get to be there.
right when I get to be in the valley, living the best life, going to all the. Oh, yeah.
Fucking scene.
We sucked in football. We weren't very good in basketball either. It was a rough time. We were really good in baseball and track and in other shit. Just not. Listen, you all know how it goes. College football and college basketball.
Do we?
No, I'm saying, if your school isn't good in college football or college basketball, everything else kind of goes to the wayside.
I mean,
you had a national
to begin with, yeah.
You had a national championship cheerleading squad. Nobody gives a fuck unless you got a good football team. It's fucked up. I don't like that, but that is the way it is. I'm dead ass. What I will say is this. Guys, and don't get it twisted. We did highlight Arizona State because they are the only team in a championship game tomorrow that was picked dead ass last. Fuck you, man. That was picked dead ass last. Okay, but I'm saying they were picked dead ass last in the Big 12, and so to be in a championship game, we wanted to highlight them. But there are absolutely some awesome ass games tomorrow. And by the way, Army and Tulane right now playing for their conference championship.
And Army is already up 14-0.
Shout out to all our Army supporters and Army vets out there. Obviously, my father, Podcast P, uncles, cousins, friends, grandfathers, all kinds of peoples in our family.
Oh, goddamn.
Nephews for me, his cousins, things like that, right? So we love the Army game. I hope y'all kick Tulane's butt because I'll tell you what, Army had a hell of a year. They had a hell of a team. Do you know how hard it is to run the triple option in college football these days and be successful at it? It's hard, bro.
I just watched them. On the kickoff, I watched them. Let me make sure. I'll tell you this right here. Did he strip? Yep. Causes a strip of the ball. Man, that's insane. This defense is insane. The special teams strip ball on a kickoff. Recovery by Army.
So
get them at the 40-yard line. Sorry, go ahead.
We'll show the love here. Army 14-0 up on Tulane in the American Athletic Conference Championship. The American Athletic, the AC, American Athletic.
AAC.
I'm trying to say it.
AAC.
And then, of course, you have UNLV taking on 10th ranked Boise State, who's trying to get one of those at-large spots, right? Or in their conference in the Mountain West Championship. That's going on right now, of course. That game actually just started not that long ago. It's only in the second, and it's a 7 Boise State lead to nothing over UNLV. But tomorrow you have, of course, obviously the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championships that we talked about, Arizona State, Iowa State playing each other. Then after that, you're going to have the SEC Championship with Georgia against Texas. That's a number 5 ranked team against number 2 ranked team. Conference championships are fun because that's where you usually get a lot of good ranked games.
Right.
And probably what's the highest 2 ranked teams playing each other. Number 1, Oregon State going to be taking on number 3, Penn State for the Big 12 or the Big 10 Championship at 6 p.m. on CBS. And then, of course, at the same exact time, the ACC Championship, Clemson will be taking on SMU. And that'll settle the college football playoff bracket. And, of course, don't forget, guys, December 14th, the Army-Navy Commander-in-Chief's, I think that's the Commander-in-Chief's Bowl, isn't it?
I think so.
And then all the playoffs start, but also all the playoff games start. It's going to be insane. It's a great...
The bowl games, some of the bowl games are the playoff games.
Exactly. Isn't it a great time to be a football fan?
It's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what's going to happen. This is history being made.
So we got
Great.
trivia coming up here in a minute, but first we got to talk about the playoffs. You heard
Playoffs?
I said the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Oh, yeah.
Playoffs?
Playoff time, baby. So when I think of the playoffs, I definitely don't usually think of you know, I don't know. Who do you want to pick on today? The Jaguars. When I think of the playoffs, I generally don't think of the Jaguars. Why that's important?
Chargers.
I don't know. That's fucked up because they were really in the playoffs like almost every year through all of the early 2000s. Phillip Rivers was a G, bro.
He was. What happened?
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, bro, if you want to know the truth. And I think once or twice it might have even been Ben Roethlisberger.
Drew Brees went to the Saints, so that happened too.
You know I love...
What? What?
I said you
What
know
were
I
you
love
gonna
the playoffs. Don't you love the playoffs?
I love the playoffs. I didn't hear they cut off on me when you said playoffs. I do apologize, sir. That's why I wasn't sure. Playoffs.
That's not on you then?
Playoffs.
We're not going to hold you accountable for anything from that moment forward.
That's right. We better not. We better not.
Just like our
Yes,
politicians, we won't hold you accountable because you work for us.
You never hold me accountable.
Yeah, exactly, because you work for us. It's like politics around here.
Nobody loves me.
Oh, we love you.
Motherfucker.
Working for us, and that's why we have your back.
Sure.
Oh, we love you, man. Oh, I have a Christmas present for you, by the way. But this isn't the Christmas part.
You have words.
I said I have a Christmas present for you. But this ain't the Christmas party, bro. So get over it. Now.
Yeah. Just call it a party. Don't put that word in front of it. Whatever.
So.
Chargers holding down in the playoffs right now. That playoff is good.
You know, I'm so happy we have that question on here later on.
What's the picture looking like?
So let's look at the playoff picture, boys. Let's get the NFC first. Obviously, clinched already. We got the Lions in already, and they are the 1 seed as of right now. Of course, still waiting to clinch, and pretty close to clinching the Eagles. The Seahawks actually, so this is an interesting one. If they win this game, they jump up to like a 70-80% chance of clinching a playoff spot, right? If they beat the Cardinals. If they lose to the Cardinals, then the Cardinals jump up to a 50% chance to make the playoffs, and the Rams are back in play. So the NFC West, while it ain't the best this year, there's at least a lot of like down to the wire. Going to be kind of fun to watch that division. There'll only be one team that comes out of there, but it'll be fun to watch down the wire. You know what I mean? The Falcons lead their division, obviously, but not very well. That's why they only have a 55% chance of still making the playoffs. The Vikings are in basically right now. All I do is win, and I'm in, and I'm in. The Vikings could literally lose a few games, and they would still be in just because they are the first wild card team. And with 10 wins and only 2 losses, the Packers literally, bro, the Packers are 2 games or a game and a half back. No, 2 games back. The Commanders are 3 games back, and that's your 2 playoff teams, or that would be your 6 and 7 playoff teams. Now the Buccaneers, obviously, Cardinals, Rams, all still in the bubble. I'm not going to crap on the 49ers, but at 5 and 7 with all your injuries and losing Christian McCaffrey for the year, I just don't see it. The Cowboys, obviously, wash out team. Nobody's technically eliminated except the Giants right now in the NFC.
Wait, go down back to the bottom. Ain't there AFC teams?
Well, yeah, but
we're not in there yet.
But the only NFC team. Stay focused, sir.
Sorry, I just see 4 teams up in here, and I'm like,
well, we'll talk about those idiots.
Yeah, we'll talk about those other 3 idiots.
But the Giants at 2 and 10, obviously already eliminated from any playoff contention. So the NFC is very much
the quarterback already.
There are 15 teams in play for the playoffs. Now, granted, there'll be some more eliminated. I think at least 2 more will probably be eliminated this week. Let's go over to the AFC. The AFC picture looking rather bright already for 2 teams, as the Chiefs in the first seed right now and the Bills in the second seed, chasing the Chiefs 1 game behind them, have both clinched their playoff spots already. And then you get into who's probably in. Well, you obviously have the Steelers with a 9-3 record, and really going trending. Again, their defense will play so much more better than who Cleveland had to. I don't know though. Cleveland
If they
Denver,
lose, they
that's
still
really
have a
good defense, too.
96% chance.
Yeah, the Steelers lead their division by a game and a half over because they have the tiebreaker over Baltimore right now. So they lead their division by a game and a half, holding the tiebreaker. The Texans, guys, believe it or not, the Texans lead their division. It is a really shitty division, and they probably have gotten to a point. But listen, the Texans could bounce back, and here's the deal. Their division's so bad that they have a 96% chance of making the playoffs, and they're on a bye week, so they can't even lose any percentage. So,
It'd be like that.
the Chargers at 8-4 currently hold a 93% chance to make the playoffs. They're the highest seed in the AFC with the 5th spot. The Ravens at 8-5 in the 6th spot, and then the Broncos, of course, at 8-5 in the 7th spot. I try to tell you guys, the Broncos are scary good, but here we go. Some teams on the outside looking in, but the AFC is a little rougher. The good teams are all so good at 8-5 that the Broncos actually have a 2-game lead over the Colts with only, 4 games left? And so the Colts still have a 25% chance of making the playoffs, but
It's
pretty
not
unlikely.
pretty in the playoff picture.
No, this AFC picture is almost damn near settled when you look at the Colts, the Dolphins, and the Bengals combined only have a 50% chance of barely a 40% chance of making the playoffs, and that's their percentages combined. So that tells you how bad it is. I've never seen anyone have a negative 1% chance of making the playoffs. But
No, that's not a negative. That just said greater than or less.
Oh, less than 1%. That's what that is. I thought that was a negative. I was like, damn, y'all cold for that.
I mean, that's about the same. So
right now, the Browns, Titans, and Jets all have less than a 1% chance of making the playoffs, and the Patriots, Jaguars, and Raiders are all eliminated.
Wait, go back up. No, to the playoff picture.
Oh, you said to the real team.
Yeah, to the real deal.
Motherfuckers.
I think that AFC playoff picture, other than the 6, where are the Steelers at, the 3 seed? Other than the 6 and the 3 flipping, I think that playoff picture might finish the way it's looking right now.
You might be right, and
Because these two right here, these two
hold the Chargers hold the tiebreaker over the Broncos.
and these
right
two
now.
can't win the division, so they have a low chance of getting ahead of us. So it'll probably stay that way.
The Chiefs could lose all 3 games, and they'd still only have 4 losses.
Shut up, man.
Or all 4 games, they'd have 5 losses.
you think they're going to lose to the Chargers, though?
No.
I don't already know Forrest's answer to that question.
Wait a minute. Now we're going to talk about that later. Here in a
Yeah,
second.
I hope we're talking about that later.
Because
we did
before
it
we
last
do that, though, it's time for front hand, backhand trivia. Let's go.
Oh, here's the backhand. I don't even have one. No, I'm just making a joke.
Damn.
His front hand, backhand.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that from him personally, not me.
No, but I already hit him once today, and I have a 1 assault on him a day allowance.
Since when?
So think about hitting him.
Professional.
Think about hitting him.
Heard that in his voice. What is
Who's
this?
next?
Today.
You emotionally damage him. No, I'm just playing.
Like,
Emotional damage.
Like any good parent, I try to emotionally damage my adult children because now I have the upper hand. They're not little and cute anymore.
You're only getting older and weaker.
And cuter, older and cuter. You went to weaker, which means I feel like
we're only getting stronger.
This is why I have your 2 sisters to take care of me when I get old, because they're not a threat to me. You are.
Oh,
damn,
man, this was getting so good. I forgot. What I was
Don't jack that boy like that. He's gonna be all happy and hard. He's gonna think he can fuck you up. You have to bust him on his head.
Wow.
That's the question.
I just really forgot what I was doing.
Come on, Stoney McGee.
All right, so who's the only NFL player to win an NFL MVP and a Super Bowl MVP in the same season?
He's the
only NFL player to win an NFL MVP and the Super Bowl MVP in the same season. So first off, fast forward to the 60s, late 60s to the Super Bowl era. Forward because he said Super Bowl. Done. So, bro, I've got a couple of guesses. I'm going to word it that way, okay?
Okay.
Obviously, Tom. First off, I'm telling you right now, my guesses are Super Bowl
only. So
Wait
the
a minute.
only to do it, right?
And season MVP? I almost feel like it could be Lawrence Taylor, dog. He won a Super Bowl MVP with the Giants, right? And he's like one of the only non-quarterback and only defensive players that I think ever win MVP. Lawrence Taylor won an MVP. I swear he had to have. That's one guess. Joe Montana, because he would have had the numbers and a Super Bowl in the 80s to possibly be the guy. And then I'm going to say Peyton Manning, not the year with the Broncos, but maybe. Oh, wait. Wasn't the year at the Broncos when he threw like a gazillion touchdowns when he won Super Bowl 50?
35 touchdowns.
Broke like the season record at that time at least. Yeah. Could be Peyton that Super Bowl 50 year, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like those are three strong guesses. What do you think?
Tom Brady doesn't sound right because
doesn't feel right.
That would be a stat that he would have boasted.
Just
being
like
the only player in history to do that, he would have boasted that.
Peyton feels too easy being MVPs and not Super Bowls in those years a lot of the times.
I think so.
Another one out. Troy Aikman. Wait, what? No. Actually, Emmitt Smith might have been the MVP that year, actually. Never mind. Scratch that one. Randy Moss didn't win a Super Bowl that year and I think he finished, he's like the last person to ever even get a vote for MVP. And he finished, so.
Before it became the,
honestly, I think it has to be a quarterback.
Quarterback's appreciation trophy.
I think it's got to be a quarterback, or my guess is Lawrence Taylor. Because I feel like LT would have been a dude who, in that year that they won the Giants won the Super Bowl, in that year that the Giants won the Super Bowl and LT won the Super Bowl MVP, bro, they were fucking ridiculous, bro. We would have been.
Bro, okay. But we're still talking, we can go back at least to the 60s, so like nobody else from the 60s or 70s could have won it.
Even on the table.
No one get a hit.
Nobody strikes me as anybody from the 60s and the 70s because, believe it or not, Bradshaw threw a lot of picks. He was surrounded by really good people, right? I don't think any of the running backs. Barry Sanders didn't win a Super Bowl, and Emmitt Smith wasn't him. Emmitt Smith didn't win the MVP I don't even think he was a Super Bowl. He might have been a Super Bowl MVP one year, but I don't think so.
You got any hints there, stats?
This is when you're begging the teacher for help.
I don't. Yeah, and he is begging the teacher for help. I don't. Hold on.
No, because normally you why don't you take a hint? Why don't you take a hint? I'm like, okay, well, let me fucking ask before he fucking starts to give me one of those. So,
because this guy wants a
Robert Paulson.
Here's a fucking
There's
hint.
not much I can give y'all other than maybe this one thing. I'll let y'all have this one. It's a quarterback. It is a quarterback's appreciation trophy, and it was a quarterback who did it.
So see, and then at that moment, though, wait a minute.
So isn't there like earlier quarterbacks, bro? Like
What about the greatest show on turf? Kurt Warner. He won a Super Bowl MVP and an MVP. Were they in the same year? That's the question. The greatest show on turf,
what
bro.
About, what about Johnny Unitas?
No.
Not Super Bowl era?
No.
I said Super Bowl.
He did play one.
Oh, but he did play one.
No. But I'm going to go, shoot. What do you think, dude? It's got to be somebody like fucking legendary, man. I don't think it could be grocery bag Kurt. I just don't. But he definitely was Super Bowl. Like when with the greatest show on turf, he was
the greatest show on turf for a reason, bro. That sounds.
It was a run. It was a gnarly run game with a fucking pass game you couldn't stop. Remember?
Yes, which means quarterback would be.
Bruce, right? The Titans still think they got a touchdown, or first down. I'm just playing. He got stopped short though.
Was that guy's name Dyson?
Yeah, I think it was Dyson. Bro, fuck. I'm honestly, if I gotta go quarterback, I'm gonna look at the quarterbacks of the 2000s because that's where you're gonna see the most likely.
You think it's the Sheriff? Before it was the Sheriff, but still the Sheriff.
Wait, didn't Patrick Mahomes do that shit? Not recently, but the first time. No. Something doesn't feel right about that.
It feels more right about the sheriff doing it because that would be something that Tom Brady would bitch about because he would definitely say there's something that Peyton Manning has over Tom Brady's head.
At least if we're wrong with the right guy. Let's go with the sheriff. We're going with Peyton Manning.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Mine's crazy because you guys are like, it's got to be a guy who's him. It's got to be that guy.
Himothy the first.
Well, I guess this guy's gonna be Himothy McHim when he retires. It was Patrick Mahomes.
Damn it! I thought so. It was his first Super Bowl, wasn't it?
No, not his first. It was his second. It was 2022. He won the NFL MVP and then beat the Eagles and got the
one when I
MVP.
bought the sunglasses because I had bet against him. We should have known.
He's the person that's done that. That doesn't sound right.
No, it does. We're just dumb. It was the year we bet against him. That's why we can't accept.
No, I mean like he's the only person that has that happen.
Yeah, he's the only. I looked it up.
Man, that's
the page, and I just.
I'm not that much of a hater. I promise you, I'm not that much of a hater. It just doesn't sound right. I think I'm in a different.
I actually respect the shit out of him.
I'm in a parallel universe.
I'm gonna go
It
ahead
doesn't sound right.
up what your answer was. Let's see if Peyton Manning won an NFL.
It is Himothy. It is Himothy, though. I mean, he technically is Himothy at the moment. So.
No, that's impossible, bro. 2006 MVP was LT, bro. So that's impossible. My LT was MVP.
Okay, I'm not saying my guy wasn't.
But that's your.
I'm just saying that your guy that does make Patrick Mahomes right now, and Patrick Mahomes is Himothy. So.
Yeah,
But he didn't pop off that year. The year he popped off was 2013 when he threw like 50-something touchdowns, but then got boomed by the Legion of Boom.
Oh yeah, the snap went over his shoulder.
Like the first quarter too, first drive.
That's right. He didn't win no MVP that year. They lost.
Who won that Super Bowl MVP?
It was wasn't it? Did Russ win it?
No, if they didn't give it to somebody, they're crazy.
It might have been somebody. It might have been the whole ass defense. No, I'm just playing. But anyway,
just give the whole defense the trophy.
All right, guys. Man. I mean, honestly, I think they did that once before, didn't they? Haven't they? That's a stat, really.
We don't get paid, but it's definitely we're in overtime. We're in overtime. The fourth quarter is over. We're in overtime. Let's get these picks done.
Whatever.
So we got the Falcons on the road against the Vikings. The Falcons in a must-win. We shouldn't. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Wait, why do I not remember for how good the Seahawks were? Though I remember for how bad the Broncos played in that game.
No, the Seahawks.
Boom.
The Seahawks had they had.
I mean, no, they were a good team, but I don't remember.
They had the Sherman tank, Marshawn Lynch, the Legion of Boom, no fly zone. Oh yeah, it was dirty.
All right, let's get on these picks.
Vikings.
Let's see. Vikings.
Okay, so honestly, I don't see them. Kurt looking rough, etc. Hey, Kurt, we don't like that. We don't like that. Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
We don't like it this week, at least.
All right, Seahawks at Arizona. Does Arizona pull off revenge in a game they were back and forth with and
at home?
I'm tired of it. Seahawks. I'll go first.
Trey.
Seahawks, man, they owned us last time. They got us last time, man. I think we're like right on the cusp of being a decent division. Look, here's the truth. It's a bad year to be in the NFC because there's so many teams at the top with double-digit wins that aren't going to win their division. You see what I'm saying? It's a bad year to be in the NFC. Seahawks, yeah.
God, this is your pick 5. A lot of these games are lopsided.
Not really. These guys always play tight games. Cardinals Seahawks are always a 1-2 score game, except unless one of us is bird shit.
10-2, 6-6.
Bills and Rams.
10-2, 6-6.
Bro, okay, listen. I don't make the schedule. Okay, the NFL fucking does. This was the best it was.
Really? So if I go check the schedule, there ain't no better matchups.
These are teams. Well, hold on.
Who are the Bucks playing?
The Rams are.
Yeah, who are the Bucks playing?
Bird shit. I think it's the Saints. Actually.
Oh yeah, he can check probably quicker than I can, huh? No, I thought you had a page pulled up.
I didn't. I closed it actually. I thought we were fucking gonna get out of here, but no, it's over.
Anywho.
It's in the Rams.
Bills.
On the road. Bills, Rams.
Bills.
Somebody's gonna get something wrong. Somebody's gonna get something wrong. And I think this is these last two games where there's room to fuck up, actually. Let's go Chargers, Chiefs, and I'm going to go to the Chargers fan first. Obviously, we know what you're picking.
Chiefs. Just kidding. You thought I really would do that. Chargers on the road.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Chargers at
Chiefs
Arrowhead.
are gonna win.
No, it ain't Arrowhead. It's Charger Head. Or Bolt Head. My fault.
Yeah, we're gonna charge for the head.
How many losses the Chiefs got?
Fucking 1.
The Chiefs have to lose 2 to 3 games this year. It's just what it
They
is.
don't have to.
Oh, okay, that's fair. What I said early on in the year, that they'd lose at least 2 to 3 games. That's why they couldn't go undefeated. I think this is so hard.
Don't get them sitting on undefeated, so they're good. You already answered.
Were you taking Patrick Mahomes, hater?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chiefs. Damn straight taking the Chargers.
If we wear white jerseys and yellow pants, we're kicking their ass.
This fool does not understand that it has nothing to do with it. No, damn.
Again, though, if we were ice,
I'm torn because the Chargers do be sneaking up and getting the Chiefs like once a year when they play, I swear.
in Arrowhead usually too.
And they usually get
But
them on
the Chiefs have found a way to win every game this year -1.
Basically, the last
because the Bills just showed them up.
in 2022, and both wins were in
I'm
Arrowhead.
thinking about the Chargers defense is better. I would take the Chargers against the Bills even right now. But don't you guys play?
I wouldn't.
I don't know. No. They're not on our stretch because the only hard team that I saw on our stretch was the Bucks. The rest of it is chump. Other than I'll give the Broncos some credit.
Last week it'd be chump, but anyway, sorry, we're not gonna rub it in because Baker Cutlets is still my motherfucker. I like Baker Cutlets, guys. Sad he had to get ruined by the Browns.
So anyway, last one.
Oh,
Right.
Chargers, Chiefs, Chargers, Chiefs. Man, I can't go against Patty at home. Chiefs.
The master plan
His
of
evil
the
laugh.
sweep chain. The master plan.
And of course, the final game of the week on Monday night. I think it's Monday night, or is it Sunday night? Sunday night.
Oh my God.
It's Monday night.
Why? That's a nap.
You got Sunday night. This is gonna be awesome.
That's a nap right there.
No, actually, I think this is gonna turn out to be a decent game.
Wait, yeah. When you usually have two fuck ups, they usually come up really close at the end.
Well, guys are playing for their jobs, positions. Not everybody has a locked-in contract with guaranteed money, brother.
The Bengals are.
Some people are like, oh, he got 110 million, and I'm like, yeah, but guess what? Literally, only like 6 million of that was guaranteed. That motherfucker has to show up every day and work.
The Bengals are a good team. Like good players, just playing bad team.
I'm gonna say this:
the Cowboys are just a
Bad
mess.
year for the Bengals this year, yeah. And then it's just the Cowboys.
I'm gonna say this: I think the Bengals are gonna go into Dallas and light them up. I'm taking the Cats.
Seriously, saying welcome to the jungle with me this time.
Welcome to the jungle.
Fuck, I don't know.
There we go.
Bengals. Jamar Chase about to go off.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like I'm just seeing that Dallas secondary just struggling.
I'm gonna laugh at the Bengals.
Also, who's Dallas's quarterback?
Bengals
Who's
lose
fucking quarterback right now?
2-10. Who's
Cooper Rush still?
Cooper Fush? Cooper Bust?
Oh, how was that Thanksgiving
Can I say
nap?
that out loud?
How was that
was good.
Thanksgiving nap?
That was good.
Cooper Rush against Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets, though, man, that was a good game. Actually, that actually turned out to be a really good game. The Cowboys.
Cutlets was better.
I was counting cutlets of turkey. Actually, no. Anyway, so guys, that's it. That's the show for this week. Really excited as we go down the stretch here of the season and start. And next week is the start of the fantasy football playoffs. Podcast Pete really won't have much to say about that though, huh?
Who's in?
Probably not.
Podcast look at the playoffs, bro. That's why I was talking shit.
Oh, like he's actually that
Oh, I
bad.
don't know, but Georgia's going to be in there, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, Georgia.
SEC will be SEC will be in there. So
yeah, I'm super excited. So I've got the Big 12 championship, and I'm going to be cooking enchiladas. I'm actually doing the prep work tonight, so that way it's already done. And I just got to roll them and get them in the oven and stuff tomorrow. So I got the Big 12 championship with my team in, and then my father-in-law's team plays. He's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so his team plays later on. I mean, so or later on in the day. What time's the Georgia game again? I forgot.
I think it's the night game. I think it's the 6 o'clock game.
Oh, he probably gonna try to get home before that game starts, then, because he's all scared to drive in the dark because he's old.
Are you making the playoffs no matter what at 8-5?
At 8-5, me
5 seed.
You're 8-5.
No, you.
Oh yeah, no.
Bro, I'm barely hanging on. I'm the 8 seed.
Here's the thing: is I can't really not make the playoffs because I'm playing the drop team. So I basically have a bye week. I have my second bye week. What a week to get a bye week, right, P? I'm going to be walking into the playoffs with a 9-5 record, which is nice. I went into the playoffs last year with an 8-6 record and went to the championship.
You bumped out the first fucking game.
I'm just saying, me and Santos both had like 8-6 records, guys, and we went to the championship.
Fuck both of you.
Or he had I think it was like a 9 and something. But the top teams, we knocked them motherfuckers off. It was Chris and sometimes I wonder if that's why Ray left the fantasy league, because he was he was our fantasy league Cowboys. Every year he make the playoffs and get knocked the fuck out in the first round. Say a lie, P. It's the truth. I think that's why Ray quit.
I mean, hey.
Ray was like, I'm gonna do what Jerry Jones do. I'm selling the team. Take that ball and grip, you sexy chick. All right. Well, we love you, buddy.
All right, Vince. See you later.
We got to get out of here. Peace out.
This is your station. I like this right here. The People's Station. Monuments. Falcon.
Here comes the heat, y'all.